hi on Facebook and hi on Instagram. So tonight's live is going to be a few things. I'm doing it live on both Facebook and Instagram at the same time. So I might be flicking between who I'm looking at any particular time. And also, I've been set a little bit of a challenge today. Hello, Lisa. Nice to see you. And that was a challenge by Louise Carden, one of my good friends and peers, who has held a fantastic vision planning workshop today, where I have done a lot of my vision board. It was a vision board workshop, absolutely fantastic. I don't know what you guys have been doing today. I would love to hear. Hi, Kerry. Yay, Lisa, love having you here. And hi, Kerry. So yeah, it's been a long day, and actually it's quite exhausting creating your vision board for the year. Really getting your goals and pinning them down and really focusing on what it is you really want. But I'm only about 80% there with the vision board. It's not 100% finished yet, so I'm not ready to share it. So what I'm going to do on here is, because I'm live on Facebook and on Instagram at the same time, I will lose Instagram at the 10-minute mark. So I'm keeping an eye on the time, and I'll just say goodbye to the Instagram audience at 10 minutes past, and then I'll keep talking on Facebook, because you get as long as you want on Facebook, but I won't keep you all here for an hour, I promise. So Louise has challenged me tonight to be a little bit more calm in my live, for no other reason than I get quite excited about things when I'm talking, and I can't help that. That's part of my personality. So if you hear a mumbling in the background, it is A, not my stomach, and B, it's not wind, it's the dog. He's in with me because he has to be in with somebody. He's likes company now at 12 and a half years old. So he's in with me for this live. So I say hello to Jet. And tonight I am going to be talking to both audiences about how I know what it's like to be a frustrated creative. Now, my theme for my posts this week is all about what it's felt like for me to be a frustrated creative. And that's why I really get and really understand. Oh, thanks, Lisa. Lisa says, hi, Jet. He said nothing. Yeah, I really get my ideal client at a level that may be difficult for others to understand. So unless you're a frustrated creative, you may not really understand what that's like. And I made it a real purpose this week in my posts to post exactly what that feels like. So this time last year, I was still, even though I'd dipped my toe back into creativity, I'd done my first drawing and it was a jet. And I had started my first painting, having been sketching ideas and designs over the Christmas period. I actually didn't know where that was going to go, but it felt quite good to be doing that again. I was still a wills and estate planner, and I still had a business with my business partner, Tom. Thanks, Kerry. Yes, I totally get you. That's because I was you. And I think that's the reason when it comes to it, how I know what it feels like to be a frustrated creative. So I was still doing wills and estate planning. It was a good business. It paid the bills. It was lucrative. It earned me good money. So when that's happening, it's really difficult to step away from that and follow what is your joy, your bliss, your heart's desire, and create a dream business when you've already got one that's delivering for you. So to walk away from it and start from scratch was terrifying. But there was this feeling in my gut, I can only call it, it's almost like a pull. It's pulling you towards something that you desire, something that you want. And when you don't move towards it, it can feel many things. It can feel like you're trapped, even though you're not unhappy with what you're doing. it can feel like you are not being true to what your real skills and abilities are. It can feel paralyzing, and it's difficult to come up with some of the words as to how it felt, because I know how it felt because it was me. And that's what I was doing what I was doing and earning enough money. However, there was this deep rooted desire that I needed and wanted to do something else, something that made me happy every day, something that I'd always dreamed of. So I went to art college. That's what I always wanted from a little girl. That's what I wanted to be. I wanted to be an artist. I wanted to be an art teacher at one point. I wanted to just create things. That's all I ever wanted to do. And I went off to art college, got my degree, and then couldn't get a job and ended up working in food retail for what ended up being 18 years, I think it was, with Summerfield, which started off as Fine Fare. But you know, I learned so much. I'm not going to complain about the career path that I chose. I did make the best of it. I learned loads. I learned how to be a leader, senior leader, leading large teams of people. I learned business strategy. I was one of the top performing managers in the company. I had a really successful career. That made it really difficult for me to walk away from that. So I was a frustrated creative when I was in that career. I was happy in the career, earning a lot of money, but I wasn't doing what I really wanted to do. I wanted to paint. I wanted to capture the beauty around me. I wanted to get what I saw, what I heard, what I felt onto canvas, onto paper, even into structures and crafting and whatever I could get my hands on, and I just couldn't do it. So for so many years, that creativity lay dormant in me. It was there, and there would be spits and spats of me trying to sort of doodle in, and the creativity came out in many different ways. And I think it came out in people, the way that I coached and managed people within the business I worked in, which is why I was so successful. But I think the older you get, the harder it gets to suppress that need to, and it's a need, the need to express your creativity. So this time last year, I wasn't doing that. Well, I just dipped my toe back into it. So I really, really get what it feels like if you are a creative person and you are doing something that isn't what you want to do. I know what that feels. I know how trapped you feel. I know how confused you feel. I know how terrifying it can feel to be earning enough money to get by, but not really wanting to do that. And then trying to work out in your head how you are going to do that. How am I going to make the transition from what I'm doing to doing something that gives me great joy? That's the big question, and that's the terrifying question. That question of how do I change where I am and what I'm doing to what I really, really want to do. So that's what I get more than anything. And that's the journey I've been on in probably, and I'm not even going to say this last year. Yeah, Kerry says there, I'm so happy that I'm free now. It is freeing. It's an amazing feeling when you make the step, but I'm not going to underestimate for anybody how hard it is to make that decision and do, because it is really, really difficult. So if you're listening to this and that's you and you're feeling this and you feel frustrated, I've put a link in the bio, so in the comments section, or the comments section here, to my free Creative Change Blueprint, which you can get on the website, or I've just put the link here. Watch that and have a look at it, because it really talks you through how I really understand this. But I do, and I want to make sure that everybody in this audience here now understands that how much I get it. So because of that 20 odd years that I spent as a senior leader, and because I'm going to be losing the live stream on Instagram very soon, so I'll just keep an eye on the time and then manage that and say goodbye to them and continue on here. Because I spent so many years as a senior leader managing multi-million-pound businesses, and then the last 10 years I've had 3 different businesses. Each one has been successful. So you don't have a successful business without a successful business strategy. Yeah, so in order to have a really successful, abundant business that is giving you consistent, persistent uh, income that you can expect every month, that you can rely on every month, so that you know you can pay your bills and you're not worried, so that you can afford to be creative, it takes a really rock solid strategy. So in my Creative Change Blueprint, that is in the bio on Facebook. So if you're watching on Instagram, you can actually get it in my bio, my Linktree bio, in my bio. Click on the link in the bio. If you're on Instagram, you can get it from there. And I know that Instagram is going to be going any minute, so I'm going to say goodbye to my Instagram audience. And if you want to know any more, hop onto Facebook and go through the bio that is in my summary at the top of the page, and I will see you all soon. So that is the Instagram audience away. So I'm just talking to you guys on Facebook now. This is multitasking. Thank you, Kerry. Thank you. This is multitasking at its height. I can just concentrate on the Facebook audience now. But it's productivity. I'm really good at that, you know. That's all those years in retail. Productivity is one of my things. So doing 2 videos at the same time is very, very productive. So Instagram, I've got some video there as well as here, and that keeps me up to date. So and I've completely lost what I was talking about. Yes, what you need if you're going to make that huge step, that frightening, terrifying step from what's making you unhappy and what's causing you to have that frustrated pull in your gut into doing something that makes you joyous, blissful, happy. You can be the creative soul that you are and make enough money, make more than enough money. Then you need a rock solid strategy. And that is what I have worked up in this last 12 months. I have pulled in 30 years of knowledge and experience and learning. And honestly, there's shit tons of learning in there, guys. I don't even want to go into the amount of things that I've learned. And I've learned from educational societies, so universities, online courses, reading books. I've got 2 degrees and half a dozen diplomas in coaching and management. Yet that's part of my journey. I've had also lots of life lessons, business lessons, failures, successes. So what I've done in my business strategy is pulled all that in. I was a very, very successful store manager. I was a very successful divisional executive, and I've had 3 very successful businesses. That does not happen by chance or by luck. It happens because you know what you're doing. However, I was still too scared to apply that strategy that I knew had worked to my creative business. So this is where I'm saying you get confused with yourself at times, because I knew that and was still terrified. Because when you are a creative and you put your work out there, people are judgmental. You're always going to have likers and haters. You're always going to have people that love your product and people who hate it, and it's difficult. You're on display. In many careers, you can be invisible, but when you're a creative, you are on display, and that's hard. It's hard to take that judgment at times, and there's loads of other people who are really good, so you compare yourselves to them people a lot as a creative. I get that. I really do get that, and that's been with me all my life, and that was the fear. That was the limiting belief that stopped me from applying what I knew would work to my creative business. But see, the minute that I applied that strategy and did the same things in my creative business that I had done in previous businesses, it worked. So that's really the last year of my life has been spent putting that together, putting that strategy together, and the missing jigsaw pieces, the things that I couldn't quite figure out, the technological stuff, the stuff that was beyond me. I hired a coach to teach me the missing jigsaw pieces, because that was the sensible thing to do. And that coach has helped me and allowed me to level up my business strategy so that I know it's absolutely rock solid. So that's what I've shared in the comments here for you, my 8-step creative change blueprint, which talks you through and it's a freebie. It's a 40-minute video, guys. It talks you through the very strategy I have used in my business to launch my creative business. Now, if that interests you, watch it, see what you feel like and see what you think. But believe me, once you know this business strategy, you can apply it to pretty much any creative business. It will work. But there's a lot of work, there's a lot of years, there's a lot of blood, sweat and tears gone into me putting this together so that I can take you by the hand and walk you through a 12-month program, step by step, how to get over your confidence issues, how to get rid of your limiting beliefs, how to build confidence in yourself and your product and the service that you can provide. It will generate ideas, branding, marketing capabilities that you did not think you had the ability to do. Yeah, and put it all together into a rock solid strategy. That's what I've created for every creative woman out there today that wants to have a creative business that is abundant, successful, predictable, so that she can stop feeling so stressed about money and stop feeling so stressed and comparing herself to other people, because I take that all away. I take the confidence issues away and replace them with high levels of self-confidence, self-worth, outrageous business success, if that's what you want. That's been a lifetime's learning that I've put together for you. So if this sounds like you, if it sounds like something that you would love to feel like, because it is a joy every day for me now to feel like this. I went and trotted along to the vision board workshop day today with Louise and have painted a lot of my vision board, and will finish. And really, you know, a couple of years ago, I've done vision boards for years and always stuck pictures on them. Now I'm really confident in just having a combination of collage and paint and subjective design on there, that I know what it means because it's my vision board. It's a creative vision board and it means something to me. So I want to bring out your unwavering self-confidence. I want to bring out in you the willingness and confidence to invest in yourself, because that's a big part of this. You don't get anything for nothing, guys. You need to invest in yourself if you want this level of success. So I know what it's like to be frustrated. I know what it's like to be terrified. I know what it's like to be paralyzed. But I also know now what it's like to feel this level of bliss, joy, confidence. And how do I describe it? I wake up in the morning and I can't wait to get out of bed and do what I do. Because guess what I get to be? I get to be an artist, an author, and a coach to innovative women who want to change their lives. It's my dream job. And if you want to be doing your dream job, then the first thing you have to do is decide to change something. Decide to change something today. Work with somebody who knows. And God, do you know something? If I get on your nerves, you don't like my voice, and I don't resonate with you, then it shouldn't be me. Yeah, if I annoy you, it shouldn't be me. But why are you still watching if I do all those things? Just turn me off. Go on, go and get yourself a cup of tea. But if you can resonate with what I'm saying, if you can resonate with my journey and how I've felt and how I've changed that, if you can resonate with, I want that success, I want this blueprint, I want that step-by-step process to take me from where I am now to where I want to be, then you need to take action. You need to take action, because if you don't take action, nothing's going to change. And you've got to ask yourself, are you one of those people that in 2021 is still going to be feeling the same? Or in 2021, are you going to have a successful creative business that brings for you a six-figure income with predictable, consistent months? What do you want? Which one do you want? Because I can't make that decision for you. All I can do is tell you what is available. show you what is available, talk to you about how I know how you're feeling, offer you the links and the opportunity to look through all of my social media sites and be in my tribe and find out all about me. That's all I can do. You're the one who needs to make the decision. But honestly, take the free blueprint, watch it. There's a free mini money mindset course available on my group, Creative Abundant Women. Go and on my personal page if you're on there. I think I put it on even on this page as well. Free money mindset course. Sign yourself up for that and do it. It'll only take you half an hour to go through it, and it might actually help you to start changing your mindset around money. But do you know what I'd love? I'd love to be working with you if you don't think you can do this, because I think you can. So I know what it's like to be you. I also know what it's like to be me now. And I prefer it now to this time last year. So have a wonderful evening. That is it for this evening. Join me next week on Creative Genius TV. These episodes all go to YouTube and they all get shared on my group, Creative Abundant Women, and on my personal page, so that I'll pick up everybody that wants to watch. And if you don't want to watch, you only have to scroll past. That's all it takes. So have a wonderful evening, and I will see you all same time, same place next week. Bring a cup of tea, sit down, and who knows what we'll be talking about next week. I know, but I'll tell you nearer the time. Have a wonderful evening. Bye for now. Hello. Oh dear. You know what's happened, guys? If you're still watching me, there was something popped up that stopped me from ending this live. So I'm now going to try and find out how I do that. And that could be more difficult than I think. Technology, notifications, they're a nightmare. Oh my goodness. Way to end one. I'm still looking, guys. If you're still watching and thinking, what the hell's she doing? Well, guess it's as good as mine. Oh, notifications. I know. Right. I think I should have ended now.